This week on the 414, it's about customer-driven growth, brands working in partnership with customers to create new products and improve existing ones. Hi, I'm James Rostance and welcome to the 414. Each week with some of the greatest minds in marketing. And joining me today is a man who specialises in helping brands develop products which are perfectly tailored to customers' needs through using a carefully designed co-creation process. Welcome, Ben Moncrief.
Hi James.
So Ben, what are the advantages of brands working with customers to help develop products?
Well, it's no secret that staying closer to and understanding your customers is a key part of marketing and has been since the industry was created. Most CMOs say that understanding their customers is one of their top priorities, and most businesses have a research or an insight team that helps them do this. But not that many businesses actually treat customers as a stakeholder or a consultant into their process to ultimately drive growth. In my experience, businesses that are customer-centric outperform the ones that don't, and any business can do it. You just need to have the right mindset and approach.
So could you explain how the process works?
Depending on the challenge we're working on, that can change. But we have lots of different tools and methodologies that I use and I believe in to try and get closer to the customer and use them as a consultant as part of your process. Online communities are very often the bedrock of how I would suggest doing that. And online communities are not panels. They're small communities of customers working together on specific challenges for a client. And they're usually invested in what the client's trying to achieve. We often use online communities as a springboard for other types of work. So you can recruit from online communities to do large-scale co-creation workshops or ethnographic interviews and to meet people in their homes, for example. And those types of methodologies are great for coming up with ideas. And then finally, kind of storytelling and achieving buy-in is really important to driving any action and change. And I always say that insight without change is useless, and so creativity and storytelling in order to drive that action is really important.
What would you say are your current favourite examples of a project that you've worked on, and what results did it yield?
So one of my biggest clients is Jaguar Land Rover, and last year we worked with Jaguar Land Rover to identify some new opportunities and really understand the relationship between customers and their dogs. And it sounds silly, but if you think about a brand like Land Rover, there's a lot of synergies between kind of dog owners and being outside and what Land Rover stands for as a brand. So we surface some key needs with customers and we work with them to understand their relationship with their pets before going to meet them and understanding key frustrations, before then running a co-creation workshop to develop new ideas. Since then, JLR have created a Pets Pack, which is essentially a bunch of accessories that they now advertise to dog owners, a marketing campaign which they put out on social media featuring furry heroes Landy and Rover to try and bring that to life, and they've seen a significant sales uplift in a lot of their accessories through that campaign. Finally, they've committed to creating new innovations based on the ideas that customers created for them.
And are there any other side benefits to this approach? And if there are, could you explain about them?
Loyalty. Businesses that build long-term emotional bonds with their customers, build trust and respect, and work with their customers to do that over time are ultimately able to maintain loyal relationships. This is true in the car industry. It's a great example. If you think about car salesmen in retail environments, the ones that are successful are the ones that work with their customers, they understand their needs and they know them intimately. And people go back to the same car salesman over and over again.
Ben, thank you very much for joining me today.
James.
And if you'd like to learn more about customer-driven growth and how it could work for you, then visit the414.net to watch extended content in the 414 Extra. I'm James Rostance, thank you for watching.